Hello everyone. Today I'm going to use Posit Assistant to analyze some data. So this is a new AI built in RStudio, the latest RStudio build, which is still not yet officially released, but I'm using it here so I can just show you that it is a pre-release build, which will soon be out. And it is coming with what we call Posit Assistant. Now, how do we use it? I'm going straight away to load in some data and I show you how you can utilize it. So let's look at it and let me just bring in a data, just a data set from one of my files. I'm just going to pick any data set. Let me use this data set, the responses data set. And I just want to refer to it as responses, just like that. And I will just import this data into my RStudio. As you can see, it is opening it. It is 228 observations and 80 variables. Now, I just want AI, this Posit Assistant, to help me analyze this data, assuming I don't know anything about coding. Coding disturbs me. So let me just ask it to do so. So from this, I want it, for example, analyze for me uh, males and females, just to look at this. For example, I need to know how many females are in the dataset. Create a table showing the frequencies as well as the proportions and compute the chi-square. Tests include all these in the table. Then I can as well say that later use a pie chart to visualize the results as well. So I give it that command. So it will start scavenging, look into my data, and let's see if it will identify it very well. Okay, as you can see, it is doing some work and it has already given me the answer. Just look at it from here. It has written the code. It has plotted for me a pie chart and it has a table already created. I don't know if you saw that, but just come here. Look at this table. Let me expand it a bit. Look at this. Let me try to minimize this size, expand this side a bit. Look at that table. It has just done a wonderful job. Just look at this. Look at that. Look at this table. It has computed exactly what I told it to do. So, and there is something it has added there as well. The interpretation, chi-square goodness of fit is highly significant. And now You see, it is already suggesting something. Can you run a chi-square test of independence? You know, chi-square, we have goodness of fit and also test of independence. And now it is trying to tell me, can you do also the chi-square goodness or test of independence of gender and work affiliation? And then can you also do, yeah, I like the second one, compare a numeric outcome, the test scores between males and females using a t-test. Let's go for this. And when you click there, it is a link. You click this, it will just do that one for you, as long as you understand your data very well. So it is going to compare the the performance of males and females, and it has done a t-test, and it has visualized that t-test. Just look at that. Just look at that. It is already telling you that the females in test 1, on average, it is 70. In test 2, it is 72. Look at test 2 and test 1. It does all those computations and gives you the interpretation. Just look at this. If I can again expand here so that you see everything. Check test 1, 70, test 2, 76, male 72, test 2, 74. And the mean difference, the 95 confidence interval, the test statistic value, the degrees of freedom, and then the p-value. And you can see laser test is statistically significant. Why the p-value is below 0.0, is above 0.05. Sorry about that. And why it is saying it uses a t-test which does not assume equal variances between groups. And then it all based on the test is suggesting something. Check if the variance in scores is meaningfully different between males using the Leibniz test. And also there is another thing. Visualize the score differences more clearly side by side box plots, test 1 and test 2. I'm interested in this one. Let me just run that. Let's run that. As it runs, let me expand this so that I can see what is here. Remember, it is also doing something here. Whatever it is doing, it is also printing out the codes here. And if it is an error, it will tell you there is an error. Just look at that. Just look at that while using the box plot. I'm not doing anything. I'm just giving it the commands. As you can see, it is telling you all the things, side by side plots. That's what I keep. And let's look at the new suggestions. Look at this and compare another categorical variable, for example, work affiliation or the course they are doing between males and females using the chi-square test of independence. It can do this. I can check what I want. Then maybe let's see, look into whether test 1 and test 2 scores are correlated with each other. Let's pick this one. I like this. Let's run a correlation between test 1 marks and test 2 marks and wait for it to give us an output. Look at this on your bottom right. If I can take you there, just look at it here. It is still computing. So it just runs a correlation, plots for you the results. And now look at what it also does. Compute a composite score, e.g. the average of test 1, and use it in subsequent results. Explore how other numeric variables relate to the test scores and check whether the strong correlation holds equally for males and females. I like this. Let me just click here and look at it. Just look at how it is doing it. And for your own information here, it is writing all the codes that it is using. So if you're using, for example, in Quarto, you can as well copy this and take it to Quarto. and then be able to run it even when you're offline. And these codes, you can copy them and use them. Check what it has done. It has created a table on your bottom right, and it is producing two graphs comparing the two. And it again tells you the two correlations are virtually identical. A slightly higher Pearson's correlation for males is likely due to a larger sample size rather than any meaningful difference. And it again asks you formally test whether the two differ significantly using Fisher's test. Create a composite score, explore other numeric variables. Let's just do this, for example, the first option, and see what it is capable of doing. You can see here, once you know how to write your prompts and you give it the data, it will just give you what you're looking for. Or even when you don't know what you're looking for, it can give you insights into your data, and then you're able to make conclusions based on that. And if you already know how to use R, you can write these codes and confirm by yourself. So you can see it is telling you the test. The difference is not statistically significant, basing on the alpha value of 0.05. So you can do as many as possible. Now, what I want to do, I want it to create a report for me, and I want to use particular colors. So I need to use my institutional colors. That is, let me just say black and orange in all the plots and tables. Do this for me and create both the Word and PDF document. Just like that. Let me see if it will understand my language, but I hope it will do so. So I just give it time. So it is asking you, do you want to load the quarter report? Then I will just allow here, because it has to ask you anyway. So you give it time to do that, because at the end of the day, I want a full report that I want to write. So it will just try to do that. So let me know how the data is loaded and whether I do like changes to the outline before I generate a QMD. Yes, I can as well say the data is loaded as response. So go ahead and create a QMD as well. So I've given it permission. I've told it the data is loaded. I've given it the name of the data, and it has already detected where it is already sent your document. I don't see a clear data. So instead, it is saving the data. It uses a lot of power, so let me plug in my computer so that it is not affected. So as you can see, it has saved the data in my OneDrive. So now it is creating, thinking on how to build flex tables. So give it time. So it's also running some test the background. Yeah, no matching data found. I will save responses as an RD. That's what it has already done. So it is writing the report, the quarter report, and it has named the report gender test score analysis, as you can see. Remember, it is taking it to my OneDrive. So you just need to give it commands, you sit and relax. So it is not free. It actually requires $20 per month. But for the start, you are given 30 days of trial. So you are given 1 month, try it out. When you like it, then you start paying and supporting the developers. So as you can see on my left, it has already created a quarter document. If I can minimize here, it is already creating a quarter document here. It is writing notes, comments, and let's try to test it. So when we run render, let's see if it will run and produce the documents. Let's check the YAML header. The YAML header, it is creating. I've already selected my colors. So give it time. I see it is at 27%. So depending on the kind of analysis you're doing, it may take some time to process. Meanwhile, as it is processing, because this is now my RStudio processing it. Let's scroll up and see. It has done this writing, so it is emitting, and it has created. It is now creating a PDF in my OneDrive. Remember, the PDF to create it, you should have installed the tiny text for it to be able to create a PDF. So if you have it installed, it will run perfectly. Now, moment of truth. That's a PDF it has created. And let's scroll down. Look at that. Just look at that. Let me just expand it. Look at the kind of PDF and the formatting it has applied to the tables. It cuts across to the pie chart. It ran the t-test. All the tables are created in that way. Look at the box plot. Everything in the colors that we define. Look at the correlation plot. Just look at that. This is a PDF. Look at this. Look at all it has done. You can see how it is doing amazing work. So I can as well ask it, can you create a PowerPoint for me? Let me just say a fancy PowerPoint. Fancy PowerPoint for me. Let's see what is going to give us. But you can see it had already done some good, wonderful job when it comes to the PDF. And all the code it used is here. It is saved locally on my computer. So let's see if it is going to create a PowerPoint for us. So, but it has already proved to us that it can do amazing work. And everything is running natively inside RStudio, not copying it from maybe ChatGPT or DeepSeek or any other AI, and then pasting it in a Word document. No, everything is running natively in RStudio. It is able to read your data. It can even help, like if you have already written the code, it can as well fix errors in the code that you wrote, and it is able to give you the correct code. So it is still thinking. I don't know if it's going to give us some more, but as you can see, it has already proved to us that it does. So let's just give it a little time. Like I told you, this is a pre-build release, not yet officially out, but you can, this is what we expect in the next release of RStudio. So depending on the internet and also on the queries you have asked it, I think it's going to create very many slides. I don't know how many slides it can create from this work. So it is now looking for the layouts. It is taking the office scene. You look at this. It's trying to look at which office is there. The version office R, the one which helps in converting to PowerPoint. So you can see what is here and what is remaining here. So it is already running a code. So this is the code it uses, whatever you're seeing here. So it is checking the availability of packages, flex table, and the RVG because they are needed in doing that. And then it has found them. So now it is building the full presentation. We just need to give it a little time. And there is the code for doing all this. So it is still writing the code for building the PowerPoint. And you can see the analysis objects are ready. It continues to run because it had a lot. Now the plots are also ready. Like I told you, it will take time depending on what you have asked it to do. And then later it will tell you what is doing. Now it's building complex table objects. Remember, there are tables, many tables, as you can see in this PDF. It is doing all these tables. And remember, it has instructions to produce tables in this format. The coloring, everything must be like that. The tables are now ready. So what next? Slides. Now slide 1 and slide number 2, they are done. Let's give it my details. Which name should it put there? So I hope we are now working on slide number 3 to number 5. I don't know how many slides we are still having. Let's wait and see how many slides has made. So slide 7 and 6, they are done as well. It's, I think, punching in and doing the editing. I don't know which font it's going to use. I'm seeing it is using something like RM, Roman. So it is doing slide 11 and 8 to 11. Those are slides that once. It's really doing some serious good work. I don't know how it is going to handle a table like this. Well, we have up 14 slides. Okay, total slides there are 14. It has finished. As you can see, it has saved the work in the drive, and this is the summary of what it has done. So as you can see, as per now, it is still a claim that it has done all these tests. Overview, the outline, the frequency plus all these things. Let's check in OneDrive. So I'll go to my OneDrive here. My OneDrive document is here, and this is the gender analysis presentation. Let's open it. This is the moment of truth, whether it has done work or not. Just waiting, fingers crossed, to see whether it has done the right work. As you can see, this is the PDF as we wait for the gender. This is the PDF that I had opened in the RStudio, the one it did, and this is the QMD that we are getting from. So you can see this is the PDF that we are looking into. Even creates the bookmarks and different levels. So this is the PDF that we are seeing. Was also created in the same thing. So now let's look at the PowerPoint. Should it be open now? Or yes. Is the PowerPoint still opening? For the time, maybe because it is loaded. I don't know. Let's open it and see our PowerPoint, how it looks like. Okay, so here is the PowerPoint. Just look at it. Go to the next slide. Yeah, some things are not very that good. The sky square, the arrangement of the charts and the tables is a bit looking funny. The same applies to this. The table, but it has done some good work because as you can see, you can actually resize these diagrams. If they are not fitting very well, they can be resized. I think this is a good work. The tables can be moved where they are, and probably this is the heading, we can do some editing, and then we are able to, but at least you can see it has given you the output of the analysis. Then gives you the summary, the table, the summary table of whatever you have done, which is very good. One outstanding thing is that it is following the instructions, the colors. So this is what it is capable of doing. It's a very good work. So go out there, get this app installed, try out AI, Posit days, it should not be the same. You'll be able to do something. For example, if you have your data and it's very well cleaned, but you don't have an analyst and you ask you a lot of money, if you know exactly what you want, you can ask this AI and it can do for you work and you spend less. Or you can, even when 1 month is over, you can pay $20 and AI will do for you the work which you have spent maybe $1,000, $2,000. So go there and do amazing job. Thank you. That's it. Can add from there next time.